Hey everybody, Matt the Grow Guy. Thanks for coming by. It's been a brief moment since I've had an opportunity to communicate with you in this type of context. And as a result, I'd like to formally welcome you to my new home, Solis Tek Studios, trusted purveyors of horticultural knowledge. The purpose of this video is twofold. First off, I want to arm you, the end user, with the appropriate information that you're going to need to make an educated decision about the products that you purchase and ultimately place in your indoor gardening environment. In this specific segment, we're going to talk briefly about horticultural lighting. You may say to yourself, why is this so critically important? Why do I need this information? Why can't I just go out and bargain shop, kind of piecemeal or patchwork quilt my horticultural system together? Well, I'm going to talk briefly about how important it is to have a mated or matched system and what this means to the overall performance of your horticultural lighting system. But be rest assured, all the products that you purchase and place in your gardening environment are going to have a lasting and dramatic impact on the overall performance and consequently the happiness that you derive from your indoor gardening space. So for that reason and that reason alone, I view it as critical. I challenge you to do your due diligence and base your decision upon facts. This way, maximizing the chance of you receiving the ultimate benefit from your indoor gardening space. I also want to briefly discuss with you some of the characteristics present in the existing line of STK products aimed at enhancing your gardening experience, things that you can take advantage of right now. First, let's talk briefly about this reflector right here. I colloquially refer to this as the shoebox. I recommend this reflector to more of my commercial clients than any other reflector in the STK line. Manufactured from 14 gauge steel, and it's available in a single and double-ended version. This reflector is perfect for the commercial gardener. Comes equipped with tin wiring and tin connections aimed at minimizing harmonic distortion or crosstalk that sometimes can exist between the ballast, the fixture, and the lamp. While we're talking about crosstalk and harmonic distortion, let's talk about how important it is to buy a mated horticultural lighting system or a matched set, meaning that the ballast, the fixture, and the lamp are all manufactured from the same company. See, in this industry, manufacturers do not communicate very well, and as a result, severe incompatibility issues exist between different manufacturers' ballast, fixture, and lamp. And these incompatibility issues can raise their ugly head in the forms of decreased lamp life, shifts in spectral output, and catastrophic lamp failure. So let me reiterate my point. It is critical, when at all possible, to purchase your ballast, your fixture, and your lamp from the same manufacturer, minimizing the chance of incompatibility issues. Let's talk for a moment about this ballast right here. This thing is an absolute workhorse. This is the STK 1000. I've personally placed thousands of these in domestic gardens over the last few years, and why I like this is my ballast of choice is 1, reliability, 2, the customer service provided, and 3, the bevy of onboard features present with this brand. Things like SenseSmart technology, in which the ballast senses the health of the circuit before firing. Things like Soft Start, where the ballast gently ramps up that input voltage, not just slamming the lamp, leading to decreased lamp life and degradation of overall performance. This ballast right here gently pushes that input voltage, preserving the integrity of the lamp for the longest time possible. What else we have available on this ballast is ignition control or staggered starting. You know, Solis Tek brought that technology to the market, and now it's often copied by our competitors. But let me assure you, it's absolutely critical when running a large bank of lights. You obviously don't want all those lights firing at once. The amperage draw on the grid would be incredible, and the signal associated with that, not so good. So what does this ignition control do? It stagger starts the lamps by sensing the load on the circuit. It's really, really useful, especially for large commercial growers. Lastly, let's talk about our lamps for a minute, specifically this one right here. This is our 10K. I refer to it as the horticultural lamp equivalent of a unicorn. For those of you unfamiliar with the 10K, it's a UV stress lamp that I like to run during the last 7 to 10 days of my cycle. It's aimed at increasing the essential oil production in the plant. The plant responds to the UV stress by producing more essential oil, or like natural plant sunscreen. So if you've not experienced one of these lamps yet, I encourage you to give it a shot. If you're looking for that extra boost that maybe you don't know where you're going to get it from, you know, you kind of exhausted your nutrient schedule, you kind of got that substrate biology dialed, well, this might be the answer for you to kind of push you over the edge. I recommend this 10K. I've been running it for almost a decade, and I've kind of always kept it as the ace up my sleeve, my secret weapon. So I encourage you to run down to your local retailer and ask him to see the STK 10K in both the single-ended, and we also have it in a double-ended variety as well. So once again, Matt the Grow Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Keep on growing. Peace.